This is the High School Football America podcast for February the 11th, 2023. I'm Jeff Fisher. The High School Football America podcast is brought to you by GameStrat, America's premier sideline instant replay system with outstanding reliability. It has faster speed than Huddle's sideline, plus GameStrat has awesome customer service along with different plans priced for every coach's budget. And during the month of February, they're giving big discounts, so make sure you get a demo. To do so, go to GameStrat.com or click on the GameStrat banner ad located on every page of HighSchoolFootballAmerica.com. Well, tomorrow is Super Bowl 57 in Phoenix, Arizona. On Thursday, the Pro Football Hall of Fame announced its class of 2023 that will be inducted in August. Today, we're going to take a look at where those Hall of Famers played their high school football. Pennsylvania high school football leading the way coming into this year's induction ceremonies with two players. No other state has two. Former Keystone Staters Joe Klecko of St. James High School and Darrell Rivas of Aliquippa will be inducted into Canton in August. The other states represented will be Alabama, Florida, Texas, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. Aliquippa, man, they're cheering it up. Rivas becomes the third former Quip to make it to Canton. The other two, Mike Ditka and Ty Law. Let's go alphabetically through the players that will be inducted in August. We'll start with Rondé Barber. He played his high school football at Cave Spring High School in Roanoke, Virginia. Man, he was a good high school athlete, playing three sports. In addition to football, he wrestled and was part of the track team during his junior year, making the Virginia AAA All-State team. And if you go to highschoolfootballamerica.com, you'll have a chance to check something out really cool. We have a lot of clippings. We went back into newspapers.com to find some of the inductees and what they were doing in high school, and there's a great clip on highschoolfootballamerica.com of that AAA All-State team. Right next to Rondé Barber is the name Allen Iverson, who was a great high school football player. And, of course, he's in the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. Well, it's actually the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame that covers all of the sport of basketball. But yeah, that's pretty special. Think about those two players, Rondé Barber and Allen Iverson. Barber's senior football season was cut short by a broken clavicle, but he did finish his scholastic career by becoming a state and national track champ in the 55-meter hurdles. Let's talk about Don Coryell next. Played high school football back in the 40s at Lincoln High School in Seattle, Washington, and he was a quarterback in high school, also a tennis player at Lincoln High. And if you go to highschoolfootballamerica.com, we have a really cool clip of Coach Coryell's high school coach talking about the high school boy, Don Coryell, and how much he loved the game of high school football. He was named honorable mention All-City as a quarterback during his playing days at the Seattle school, and then he got a second coaching job in Hawaii at Punahou, and he was an assistant there in 1951 before becoming the head coach at Farrington High School in Hawaii for 1 year in 1952. And there's some really great clips that we have on highschoolfootballamerica.com from some old newspapers. How about Chuck Howley from Warwood High School in West Virginia, a three-sport athlete, basketball, football, and track at Warwood High School. He was in the class of 1954, an all-state football player after transferring from Wheeling Central to Warwood. And get this, he outdid himself in college. Three sports in high school, and at West Virginia, he lettered in 5 different sports: track, swimming, gymnastics, wrestling, and football. Wow, that's a good one. First Pennsylvania player, we mentioned his name before, Joe Klecko. Klecko was cut as a high school football freshman and never returned to the field until his senior season at St. James in Chester, Pennsylvania. According to the Delaware County Times, he was a bench warmer during his first 4 games of his high school career. We have that clip for you at highschoolfootballamerica.com. So he only played 1 year of high school football. Now he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, or headed there when the induction ceremonies take place in August. He was named honorable mention after finally getting off of the bench in the All-Delco team, which stands for Delaware County. Now on to Revis, who closed out his scholastic career with an incredible performance in the Pennsylvania AA Championship game, leading Aliquippa to a come-from-behind 32-27 title championship game win. He scored all 5 touchdowns in the game, including the game-winning 64-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter. In all, he scored 3 touchdowns on the ground. Plus, he had a kickoff return and returned a block field goal attempt for a score. We have the entire newspaper clipping on that game if you go to highschoolfootballamerica.com. He was also unstoppable on the basketball court. During his senior year, he averaged 25.2 points per game, and we have some video there of Revis as a football and a basketball player with the Aliquippa Quips. On to Ken Riley. He played his football at Union Academy in Florida. Played defensive back and quarterback for the legendary high school football coach Claude Woodruff. The Union Academy football program in Bartow, Florida, produced 7 NFL players before it closed in 1969. Riley was also a captain of the school's football. Well, he was a captain of the football team and basketball and track teams. Plus, he was the class president during his senior season. If you go to highschoolfootballamerica.com, you can see the other 6 NFL players that came from Union Academy that closed in 1969. On to Joe Thomas, the offensive lineman from Brookfield Central High School in Wisconsin. In his high school days, Thomas played many positions aside from offensive tackle, which is the reason he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. On offense, he was a tight end and a fullback at different points in his career. On defense, he was a standout, a great defensive end. He won the Wisconsin Football Coaches Association's Defensive Player of the Year after his senior season. He recorded 12 sacks in his final high school football year. He was considered the number 3 prospect in Wisconsin and played in the U.S. Army All-America Bowl. He was a 4-year letter winner also in track and field in the shot put and in the discus. Texas, the next stop, as we talk a little bit about Zach Thomas. Closed out his high school career by leading Pampa to a Texas 1A state championship. He was named All-State after recording 58 solo tackles with 136 assists and 10 sacks. And the final inductee coming up in August, DeMarcus Ware of Auburn High School. That's right, high school in Alabama, in the same community as Auburn University. At Auburn High School, he was a linebacker and a wide receiver. He was named the Tigers' most outstanding player at both of those positions. On defense, he racked up 40 solo tackles with 7 sacks during his senior season. Hey, go to highschoolfootballamerica.com for all kinds of cool stuff. Heading into Super Bowl 57, we have the rosters of each team and where every player played high school football. That'll be going up tomorrow, Sunday, in the morning. You can check that out. That's fun to look at. And we also have a video of the 2 quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes, during their high school days. Both just happen to be former Texas high school football quarterbacks. And that's the High School Football America podcast, brought to you by NFL Play Football. Coaches, don't forget to check out playfootball.nfl.com for some great resources to help you improve in the coaching profession. I'm Jeff Fisher, and you've been listening to the High School Football America podcast.